What's happening, y'all? Finally, Friday, August the 30th. Good afternoon, y'all. It's the 4 o'clock hour. And we are doing our artist of the day, which is our good old buddy from the Lafayette area, Judy's area, Mr. Willie Tee. Saxophone man, baby, and a hell of a singer. I want to play a song real quick to get this show started. This is one of my favorites he did on that Go On and Cry CD. And it goes like this.
You say you don't love me. You know it's a lie. You say you don't want me. You know that's not right. Go on and cry. You made the choice, you broke my heart. Go on and cry. You told a story, rehearsed every line. Now you are sorry, you said goodbye. Go on and cry. You made the choice, you broke my heart. Go on and cry. You said it was over in the heat of the night. You thought you could change me when you said goodbye. Go on and cry. Go on and cry. You made the choice, you broke my heart. Go on and cry. You told a story, rehearsed every line. Now you are sorry, you said goodbye. Go on and cry. Go on and cry. You made the choice, you broke my heart. Go on and cry.
Yeah, what a Friday it is, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Willie Tee, y'all from Lafayette, Louisiana. My good old buddy over there, man. We just did a little show at Rock and Bowl in June. And I called up Willie. Willie's played a bunch of gigs with us in the past, man. He's been a good friend of the band. And hell of a saxophone player, singer. He's got that deep voice. He does a lot of Fats Domino stuff, but he also I seen some videos of him when they was a younger, him and Warren, and he used to do a lot of country music, a lot of Merle Haggard and stuff like that. And Willie was a great singer, man. So to get back to the Swamp Pop show, in June, we just did. I called up Miss Gloria to see if Willie wanted to do it, and she told me on the phone that after Mardi Gras in February, he had a little incident where he wasn't doing too good. He had to go to the hospital and put him out of work for a little while. And she didn't know if he was going to be able to do it, you know, because he was weak. Willie's 80 years old, man. He was born in 1944 in Lafayette. He's from Judice area. And but Willie said, no, I want to do it. He said, I think I can do it. It's a 30-minute set, 7, 8 songs. I can handle it. So he came, man. And let me tell you, his set was incredible. We love Willie. We love the way he sings. He brings a different aspect to the Swamp Pop, more of a New Orleans style, like the Fast Domino style, you know, and Sick and Tired and stuff like that. I got a couple songs that he did on his first album, Believe in My Soul, that we're going to play for y'all today. That album's incredible. But we're going to get to that in a minute. But Willie's been in the business a long time. He's played with a bunch of guys. He had a couple stints with the Boogie Kings when it was Clint West and the Boogie Kings. Him and John Smith was playing horns and a couple other horn players. And then Clint West was playing drums, singing. And they had Tommy McLean was playing bass. So, I mean, that was back before I was born for sure. But I would have loved to heard that band. Goodness. I have the couple LPs that they had out at the Purple Peacock, and I think I got one other one at Clint West. I'm not sure. But talking about incredible, I would have loved to see that band, man. And I know him and Willie and John played together a couple times with the Boogie Kings. And I'm going to play another song by y'all. He recorded this on one of his albums with Warren, Willie Tee in Cypress. And this is an old country number. This is a little bit of the country that Willie used to do that I love. Not only does Swamp Pop, but he does a little country music too. And this is one that's called I Believe in You, and I love this version by Willie.
Don't believe in superstars, organic foods, and foreign cars. I don't believe the price of gold, the certainty of growing old. That right is right and left is wrong, that north and south can't get along, that east is east and west is west, and being first is always best. But I believe in love. I believe in babies. I believe in mom and dad. And I believe in you. I don't believe that heaven waits for only those who congregate. I'd like to think of God as love. He's down below, he's up above. He's watching people everywhere. He knows who does and doesn't care. I'm an ordinary man. Sometimes I wonder who I am, but I believe in love. And I believe in music. I believe in magic. And I believe in you. I know in all my certainties what's going on with you and me is a good thing. It's true. I believe in you. I don't believe virginity is as common as it used to be. In working days and sleeping nights, that black is black and white is white, that Superman and Robin Hood are still alive in Hollywood, that gasoline's in short supply, the rise and cost of getting high, but I believe in love. I believe in old folks. I believe in children. And I believe in you. Yes, I believe in love. And I believe in babies. I believe in Mom and Dad, and I believe in you.
Oh, I believe in you, baby. Willie Tee from Lafayette, y'all. I gotta tell y'all, that's such a pretty song, and Willie does a heck of a job on that, man. I love it. When he came out with that CD, and I heard that song, I was like, man, that's Willie, baby, that's Willie. I want to tell y'all about the first time that I seen Willie, that I really never heard of Willie, no offense to him or not, but they had a place on the West Bank called the Fireman's Hall, okay? And the Fireman's Hall was a place that was there forever and ever and ever. Johnny Noble was on it at the time of this story that I'm about to tell y'all. Well, they had another place that we played at for years, was the Scorpio. So the guy that owned the Scorpio was named Jeff at the time, and he wanted to have a swamp pop show. Deuce of Hearts was already playing at the Scorpio. He had Don Rich booked there. Never played there yet, I don't think. You know, if he did, he only played there one time. But the Scorpio wasn't half the size of the Fireman's Hall. So when Jeff decided to do the Swamp Pop show, he had, and we was just starting to play music, but he had my cousin Aaron, my Uncle Wayne. He had Don Rich came on and played a set. And then he had the Deuce of Hearts, Gary and Travis. And then Gary and Travis backed up Warren Storm, Willie Tee, and T.K. Hewlin. But they had to have it at the Fireman's Hall because the Scorpio wasn't big enough to hold the people. So they had it. And when I seen the lineup, I said, man, let's look at this. I heard of Warren, I heard of T.K., and I knew the Deuce of Hearts and Diary. I knew all of them. But I never heard of Willie Tee. You know, and that is, I was hungry. I loved the Swamp Pop music. I wanted, you know, I was gonna be at that place. So guess what? I was there. Me, my little brother, my parents took us. We wasn't even. I think we was right out of high school, 18, 19 years old. I remember that like it was yesterday. Well, to get to the story, my cousin Aaron and my Uncle Wayne played, and then Don Rich got up. The place is packed. If they didn't have 800 people in this place, they ain't had none, okay? And everybody and their grandma was there from all down the south. West Rego, Marrero, Gretna, LaRose, Booty, Race, people from all over the place was there. People I ain't never seen before. Now, I was only in the music business for a little while at the time. But, so, when Don shut down, Gary T and Travis came on to do some hearts. And it was getting a little late in the afternoon. I think the show started at 12 and it went on to about 6 or 7 o'clock. I don't remember the times. But Warren came on first with Gary T and Travis. And I've seen Warren. I knew Warren. He put on a hell of a show. So now the time comes, Willie Tee. They call up Willie Tee. And he walks up there with a saxophone. I said, well, now, like I said, I never knew who Willie Tee was at the time. And man, am I glad I went. He opened up the show. I don't remember the exact song, but whatever it was a Fast Domino number. You know what? I tell you what, I do remember. It was Coquette, Little Coquette by Fast Domino. And when he started singing, I can remember this like it was yesterday. My Aunt Martha was standing right next to me. And right before he got on, I'm going to back up a little bit. She said, Ryan, you ever heard of Willie Tee? I said, no, ma'am. She said, me either. She said, I want to hear him. So to get back to what he playing, he started singing. And I remember my mother hitting me on the shoulder. She said, boy, he's good, huh? I said, oh, yeah, he's good. So Willie sang, bro. And that was a first over there that I recall that he played in that area with Gary and all them. And the people loved him. And the people loved him. He was incredible. He did the Fast Domino stuff. He did a couple songs off his records. And he just blew my mind. And ever since then, I was a big fan of Willie Tee. And just to add on to the story, T.K. Hewlett came on right after, and Willie played horn with him to finish the set. You know, T.K. closed it out. And my little, now you got to realize, I was probably 18 and my little brother was 16, Brandon. So he was still in high school. I think I just got out. I'm not sure. But TK got on. And at this time, they had so much energy in the place after Willie got on and Warren. And then TK came up. Everybody was up to the stage. It was like it was a concert, which to me, that was the greatest thing. TK gets up there, boy, and he starts jamming and jamming. And you're going to hear the point of the story I'm trying to say about my little brother. And TK is over there and he's singing Alligator Bayou. And you know how TK was. He always got the crowd involved. So he's singing, I'm a good time, hard-loving Cajun man. And then he went to go let somebody in the crowd sing that same part. And he put it in my little brother's face, not thinking that my little brother knew anything about it. He put it in Brandon's face, and Brandon sure did hit it. I'm a good time, hard-loving Cajun man. And TK was floored, man. It was great. It was a great memory, and I still remember that. So that's where I first got introduced to Willie Tee, and it was incredible. I never forget that day, and I'm so glad I got to hear him because we became friends years after. He played a bunch of gigs with us on Swamp Pop shows and all them other good things. We even used him one time. We needed a saxophone player, and yesterday's in Lake Charles, and I called him up, and he came, did the show with us. So we appreciate Willie and everything he does for the Swamp Pop world. He's a living legend, another pioneer, Swamp Pop. Okay, I'm going to get to another CD. I'm going to put it on the screen for y'all. This album right here, I Believe in My Soul. Let me tell y'all what. That album right there was produced to the T. The musicians on there, the vocals on there is incredible. Now, this song right here is an old New Orleans song by Chris Kenner. And I love the way Willie did this song. So I want to play it for y'all. It's called Sick and Tired. And check this out by Big Willie Tee over there in Lafayette, Louisiana.
Whoa, whoa, babe, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Whoa, babe, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Well, I'm sick and tired, fooling around with you. Whoa, whoa, babe, what you gonna do? 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 Well, I'm sick and tired, fooling around with you. I get up in the morning, fix you something to eat. Before I go to work, I even brush your teeth. I come back in the evening, you're still in bed. Got a red head, go ahead, for me. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Well, I'm sick and tired, fooling around with you. Now, this the last time I'm telling you to change your ways. I'm telling you, baby, I mean what I say. The last time I'm telling you to stop that jive, you will find yourself outside for me. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Well, I'm sick and tired, fooling around with you. Fix you something to eat. Before I go to work, I even brush your teeth. I come back in the evening, you're still in bed. Got a right side blood on your head for me. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Well, I'm sick and tired, fooling around with you. Well, it's the last time I'm telling you to change your ways. I'm telling you, baby, I mean what I say. The last time I'm telling you to stop that jive, or you will find yourself outside of me. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Well, I'm sick and tired, fooling around with you. Well, I'm sick and tired, fooling around with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the one and only. The one and only Willie Tee, y'all. Willie Tee Hall from Lafayette, Louisiana. Man, look. Incredible. Incredible. I love that album. That's one of my favorite albums that's out there. I love the production, the sound, the singing, the horns. I mean, John Smith, Willie Tee played horn on that. He played solo on that one right there, man. Incredible. Incredible. Willie Tee's been around, man. He recorded some projects with the Deuce of Hearts. Yeah, I know he's worked with Warren for quite a few years back in the 80s. They had Willie Tee and Warren Storm and Cypress. And then in their later career, they got put back together. And they put out 3 or 4 albums. And I got all of them. I even found, I know Willie been around and he's recorded before CDs. And I even found a couple 45s that are very, very hard to find. But I found the 45 that's got Sick and Tired on it. And I also found a 45 of Willie Tee with Misery Loves Company. And man, look, it's good stuff. It's good stuff, but I wanted to add that to my collection, and I do have that, and I'm grateful to find that. I want to give y'all a little story. Man, it's pouring down raining over here, but that's okay. We're inside, we're having a good time, we jamming over here with Willie, baby. I want to give y'all a little story. We use Willie on quite a few of our Spawn Pop shows. At Pat's, the Christmas party. He played this last one with me last year. And it was a great time. But there was this one Christmas show we did. I invited him and Warren to come. And when they come, I always call Willie first and then Warren after. Well, Willie, the place was packed. Every year we get a big turnout for that because it's always a good time to have all them guys together. We get to hang out with these guys. And we don't ever get to, as working musicians, you don't get to see a lot of these guys play because you working, they working. So when we do that, it's like a big reunion party. And everybody comes. They love that. So this particular one, poor Willie, man. He got up there, and Willie sax. He puts his sax down, and he's singing a little bit, And I remember the song. I guess it was Why Can't You by Bobby Charles. He was singing it. And he was singing, and he was, he was moving. When Willie sings and he's moving, and I guess he put his saxophone a little too close to him on his stand because he was moving and he was getting down, and he accidentally hit the saxophone and knocked it down. Well, he picked it up, he smiled, and he walked off the stage. And needless to say, that was the end of his set because it was broke. The saxophone was messed up. He messed with it and tried to get it working, of course, but he didn't. So he just smiled. He didn't say nothing. That's how Will is. You know, he's real quiet. He's real humble to himself. He grabbed that saxophone. He fooled with it a little bit. He walked off the stage, picked his horn up. It was it. His set was over with the way he looked at it. He couldn't play his horn, you know. So that was cool. But I remember that because I thought it was funny. Not funny that he did it, funny the way he reacted. He said, okay, I'm good. I'm out of here. So, yeah, I went over there, and when we finished the set, I paid him, and I said, man, what happened? He said, I don't know. I guess I was having too much fun. I knocked it over. I said, oh, that's ain't no problem, man. That stuff happens. So that was a cool little story that I like. You know, one other thing, I was talking about this the other day when we had the Warren Storm episode. They had put some old clips of the 80s when they was doing every Saturday. They was doing a little show on one of them TV stations. And Warren was playing drums. Of course, Willie was on sax. And they had a couple guys that was playing. I don't remember them guys. But bass player, guitar player, piano player. I don't remember. I don't know them, is what I'm saying. But Willie back then he was doing the Fast Down stuff, but he was doing a lot more country than what he does these days. And I'm going to tell you what. He did some serious country, man. He did one on that. Actually, he did two of them that I recognize. I recognize a bunch of them, but the two that stood out the most was one of them was the Ronnie Millsap tune, Ain't No Getting Over Me. No getting over me. Man, did they kill that one. That was great. I thought that was a great rendition of that song. And Willie did a great job. It was impeccable, man. And then the other one that I loved, I fell in love. I mean, I love old country music too. Now I'm a swamp pop guy, but I branch out a little bit. I like country. I like the old New Orleans stuff. I like a little R&B, a little soul, you know, a little funk here and there. I like all that. I got a big open mind when it comes to music. But Willie did this song on one of them videos. But John Conley, Rose-Colored Glasses. And let me tell y'all what. John Conley did a great job, but I can tell you one thing. If Willie would have recorded that one on the album, it might have went better than John Conley's. That's how good it was. And you can go see it. It's on YouTube. Go look it up. Warren Storm and Willie Tee, Cypress. Just type that in, and a lot of them videos are going to pop up. There's a bunch of them. So y'all go check that out. And Willie did some country stuff that was incredible. So I thought I'd share that with y'all. And I'm going to play one more song, and this is my all-time favorite. I'm a little prejudiced to the song because we work with Willie a lot. And the guy that plays saxophone solo on here, John Smith, he worked with us for a little while too, man. He had 2 stints with us. He played for about 10 months, and then he left and did his own little thing again. Then he came back, and I hired him again, and he played about 7, 8 months. And then, you know, he went on his way again. But John was a great saxophone player, and I know him and Willie were good friends because they played together a couple times with the Boogie Kings, you know, back in the 60s when it was Clint West and the Boogie Kings. And then when they all took it over, they all got back together. And John was actually part, I say, leader, owner with Ned. They brought it back together when they had Willie was doing the Fast Domino stuff, playing sax. And then they had Dwayne Yates, they had Jerry LaCroix, they had Gigi Shin in that band right there. Look, I was talking to a guy yesterday. He's a friend of mine, Walter. He used to play drums for Kings Row. He owned that band. And he was telling me a story about when the Boogie Kings came to the Sands, and he was there. And he said that was the baddest band he's ever heard in his entire life. And he was telling me that story yesterday. And I said, yeah, man, that's when Dwayne Yates, Gigi Shin, Jerry LaCroix, he said, oh, yeah, they was all there. He said John Smith, and then Willie was there. He was a musician. He still is. I talked to him yesterday, man. And he said that was one of the greatest shows he's ever seen. He said it's one of the tightest bands he's ever heard. So this song is a little I don't know. I take it. I'm a little prejudiced. You know, I love Willie. I love John. I work with them guys a lot. This song right here is on that same album, and it's a Bobby Charles song. And I love Bobby Charles. He was one of the greatest songwriters to ever walk the planet. Okay, I'm gonna have an episode of him probably next week. I'm doing my homework, and he's written so many songs. But this one right here is Willie Tee, y'all. On Bended Knee by Bobby Charles.
Please forgive me if I cry, because my baby said goodbye. All I do is hope and pray my baby'll come back home someday. She left me feeling so blue. I did not know just what to do. God, I pray that you will burn. Say that you be the one I love. The tears I shed were shed in vain. I want my baby back again. If she would only come back home, I would not feel so
Check this out, John Robert Smith, baby.
Please forgive me if I cry, because my baby said goodbye. All I do is hope and pray my baby'll come back home someday. God, I pray to you above. Say that you be the one I truly love. Won't you do this for me, please? I beg of you on bended knee.
Oh, man. That is so good, bro. I mean, it don't get no better than that. That's incredible. The arrangement they put on that song is incredible, man. I love it. I love it. I'm sitting over here. I'm dancing. I'm tapping my feet. I swear I love this music. It's in my soul. It's in my soul. Real quick, I got one more thing I want to share with y'all. I'm going to put this picture up on the screen. We was doing a festival out that way around Ville Platte. I don't remember the town. And it was a little small festival, and it was not far from Ville Platte. Me and my little brother, we've never been to the Swamp Out Museum. So we called Miss Sharon and see, it was a Saturday, so they're not really open. I said, Miss Sharon, are you there by any chance? We want to stop by. We early. We want to stop by and come check the place out. And I think they had somebody there that day, be honest with you. I correct myself. I think they was open. But she said, yes, absolutely. She said, I'm going to meet y'all there. So we head that way. We get there, and she was so nice, so nice. And we walked around, and I came across on the wall, one more time, this picture right here. It says Friday, October 3rd at the Purple Peacock. Dueling Saxes. If you look at that right there, I was just talking about how good friends Willie Tee and John Smith were. Well, that's them two right there. Willie Tee and John Smith. 7 o'clock, Friday, October 3rd, Purple Peacock. That's got to be in the 60s, that I'm guessing, because I don't really know. But that's when they was working together for the first time, I'm sure. But man, when I seen that, I said, look at this right here. I said, this is the kind of stuff. But look, if y'all ever want to learn about the history of Swamp Pop, y'all take y'all trip down to Ville Platte. Take a Saturday, go down there, go see this place, the Swamp Pop Museum. They got stuff in there you wouldn't imagine. They got clothing of some of the guys, like what they wear, some of the performances they donated, and it's hanging up. They got books, they got posters, they got records, they got everything. And they are the friendliest people. Please check it out. And also, please, Willie Tee, they still have music out. Willie plays every now and then with a little Swamp Pop show, and they got some stuff going on. But please check out their music, their albums. You can go to their website and buy the CDs. It's willietee.com. I went on there this morning just to make sure before I start talking about it. They do have them for sale on there. And they do have their music on the streaming sites, YouTube, Apple Music, iTunes, Pandora, Spotify, all that good stuff. Y'all please make sure to support these guys. These guys been doing this for a living for a long time, and they still got to pay the bills, okay? So go stream their stuff. Go purchase their stuff. Please, 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 please. We want to try to keep this music alive, and that's another reason why I'm doing this show. I love this. I thank y'all for tuning in today. I thank y'all for taking the time and listening to me talk about my stories and my past with these artists. These artists mean the world to me. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good weekend. Happy Labor Day, y'all. I'll see y'all next week. We ain't going to be doing one Monday because of Labor Day. We got to work. But I'll be back on the air Tuesday with the artists of the day. Thank y'all so much. We love y'all. Y'all have a great day. Later.